right? Mean speed, velocity, mean speed and mean velocity. Here is the velocity or speed of an object. Speed of an object, right? Varies for every unisecond. For every second, when an object moves. When an object moves. Right? Let's say that there's a vehicle. There's a vehicle. Let's say that vehicle is traveling from Gampala to Colombo. Gampala to, let's say it's moving for Kandy, right? Whenever it moves, right? Whenever you look after the speedometer, that speedometer, it deliberately shows the variation. It always never be the same. Sometimes it increases, decreases. So this velocity or the speed, they are not going to be the same amount. The velocity or the speed, they are not going to be the same at all. Right? But when we do calculation, what we do is we always take the mean speed or mean velocity, the total distance traveled over total time taken, right? But the unisecond, for every unisecond, even whenever you walk, your velocity is changing for every time, or the speed is changing for every second, but it's unknown, or it's happening unknowingly, right? So moves when an object moves. Next point. However, in physics, we calculate the mean of average speed and velocity. Go on, write down. Right? Fine. So the equations are going to be the same, right? But we use the total, the term total here. So mean speed equals total distance over total time taken. Right? So travel, if you want, total distance travel measured in meter, time taken in second. So it's going to be meter per second. So mean velocity equals total displacement of Earth over total time taken. So again, the unit is going to be ms minus 1, and here we give it direction. Okay, so sketch it, mark it. Yeah. No, usually we calculate the mean speed and mean velocity, right? We are not calculating the real time. It is hard to calculate because the real time velocity changes for each and every second, right? Usually we calculate it, but just yeah, the same thing. As you see, girls, you see, boys, same thing. Mean speed and mean velocity is the stuff what we calculate in physics. We are unable to calculate the real time speed and velocity. It's hard to calculate. So here we are typically giving throughout in the equation. So mean speed mean average. Mean means what? Average speed. Total distance traveled over total time taken. Right? And then mean velocity means total displacement. The word total should be there, total time taken. And the same thing. Okay, we'll do a question. Right. So try this question. A train started to travel from station A and it reached station B within 2 hours. within 2 hours. And the mean speed of train was 20 meters per second between A and B. Between A and B. Between A and B. Calculate the total distance between distance between A and B. Calculate. Try the substitute the equation. Right. So how it's going to be? So if in physics, if you feel stuck somewhere, draw it. Draw it. So start from A, it reaches B. So it takes 2 hours of time. It takes 2 hours of time. The speed, the mean speed was 20 meters per second. So we know that mean speed equal total distance or total time taken, right? So when you consider this, right? Total time taken is 2 hours and mean speed is 20 meters per second. So we can find this. We can find the total distance. But make sure to convert this total time taken into seconds because it is meter per second. The time is given in hours. So convert into seconds, then only this second gets chopped. Right? Calculate. So distance will be in what unit? It will be in meters or kilometer. No hurry. Neat. Just think here, see, if you get an answer like 144 meter, right? If you get an answer like 145 meter, just think 144 meter means here from here to there. Somewhere 100 meter track you know. So will it take for a train to travel 2 hours from here to there? Close to impossible. Think. Right. So how is going to be? How is going to be? Total displacement equal, sorry, total distance equal mean velocity, so mean speed to time taken. So here mean speed is 20 meter per second. The time taken is 2 hours into 60 minutes into 60 seconds. So if you multiply it, there is going to be 66, 30, 36, 36, 720. 720, 144. And how many zeros? How many zeros? 1, 2, 3. Right, am I correct? 36, 72, 144. Right. This much of meter. The answer will be this much of meter. Right? So 144, 123 meters. Or else 144 kilometers. Now this is fine. That a train takes 2 hours to travel from Gampalla to Colombo, or from Navalapiti to Colombo, or from Anuradhapura to Colombo. Possible. 144 kilometers. Understood? Yes. Mark down the answers quickly. There will be 3 zeros. Check. Yeah. Why is going to be changed? Why change? Same. Shall I erase it? Right. Fine. So go to the next heading. Next heading. Next heading. Acceleration. Acceleration. Right. Acceleration. Fine. So write down the rate of change of velocity is known as acceleration. Acceleration. So the acceleration equals change in velocity delta v, change in velocity divided by time taken. Okay, acceleration equal change in velocity divided by time taken. Change in velocity divided by time taken. So acceleration equals delta V divided by time taken. So delta V means change in velocity. We calculate change in velocity as final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. Time taken. Yeah, minus. Yeah, they will be same. They will be same. Right? Finished? So here's it. It is important in physics to grab the ideas or the data is given in a question. When they give you a question, you should be able to grab the idea. Ah, this is the idea. This is what they try to say. That is what they try to say. You should be capable to do it. Okay? Silence it. Right. Let's try a question. Let's try a question. Right? Let's try a question. A train started to move from rest and reached a velocity of 25 meter per second within 50 seconds. 50 seconds. Calculate the acceleration of train. So here's the when they ask you such a question, when they ask you to find the acceleration, simply what you should know is, you people know that here the statement says a train started to move from rest mean the initial velocity is zero. That is zero. Initial velocity is zero, right? So, and then continuous. It reached a velocity of 25 meter minute. The final velocity is 25 meter per second. And the time taken is how much? 50 meters, 50 seconds. So, 50 seconds. So calculate the acceleration. Calculate the acceleration. Final velocity is given, initial velocity is given, time taken is given. Calculate. right? Found the answer. So how it's going to be? How it's going to be? Acceleration equals final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. So 25 minus 0 divided by time taken 50 seconds. So 25 divided by 50, answer is going to be 0.5 meter per second per second. ms minus 2 is the unit, right? ms minus 2 is the unit. So write down 2 points on acceleration. The unit of acceleration is ms minus 2 meter per second per second. And the second point, it's a vector quantity. It's a vector quantity. Let's write down. It's a vector quantity. Right? So when mentioning the velocity, you must mention the direction. Right, here's the good question at all. Good question. Right, here's it. Good question. Then I said to you the velocity is a vector. Velocity is a vector. And you can't add or subtract in the usual way, right? Right, but I have done it here. I have subtracted the velocity in the same manner. Right, here's it. In this case, come on, in this case, the velocity, let's say this is the train, here it was 0 meter per second, right? It was 0 meter per second, and the final velocity, 25 meter per second. Now, when you observe these two velocities are in the same direction. As they are in the same direction, you can add and subtract. We can't use the usual method. So what is that unusual method? Unusual method, let's say that if I ask you to add 25 plus 25, here it becomes 0. 25 meter per second minus 1 and meter per second minus 1. If they are in opposite direction, you need to change it to the next direction and become minus. It becomes 0. Right? This is the unusual way. We can't use the usual method. This is the unusual way. So here it was 25 minus 0. Two of them were in the same direction. Therefore, no issues. As they are opposite, if they are in opposite direction, you need to go for that. Right? Get the idea? We get the idea. So usual method you can't follow. Here they are going in the same direction, so you did it. If they are in opposite direction, you should change the symbols. Right? Fine. Next question. A vehicle accelerated from 25 meter per second to 50 meter per second. From 25 meter per second with an acceleration of 5 meter per second, 5 meter per second per second, 5 meter per second per second to 8 seconds, 8 seconds, for 8 seconds. Find the final velocity. Find the final velocity. Now here I have given you the initial velocity. I have given you the acceleration and asking you to find the final velocity. Also, the time taken is given. Calculate. Now it's going to be right. Let's check. Initial velocity is 25. Acceleration is 5 meters per second. And final velocity is the question. Time taken is 8 seconds. So here acceleration equal initial velocity minus final velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. So it is 5 meters per second. And final velocity is the question. Initial velocity is 25. Time taken is 8. So 8 becomes here, it's going to be 8 into 5, 40. This minus comes this side, it's going to be plus 25 is equal to final velocity. Final velocity will be equal 65 meters per second. Let's get it. Right. Let's go to the next question. The next part. I put the heading ST graph or displacement time graph. Right? Displacement time graph. Displacement time graph. Right. So write down the points. Y-axis displacement. So mostly in meters, right? Mostly in meters. X-axis time, and most it is in seconds, right? Next point, the gradient of graph it gives you the velocity, right? So these are the three major points of displacement time graph. Displacement time graph, the three major points are these. You people are confusing the displacement time graph with VT graph, velocity time graph. Velocity time graph is different, displacement time graph is different. Don't try to buy heart when it come like this in this DTST and what is going to be in VT. No, not like that. Don't buy heart physics. If you buy heart physics, it's hard for you all. Just mathematically think what's happening. Mathematically think what's happening here actually. Right? So let's try. I'll explain. Just mark these points. Right? The gradient of graph. Fine. So we'll draw first just history graph according to given data, right? We'll start like this. So I'll draw a table. You know, whenever you draw a graph, before that you draw the y and x values. Y and x values. The y value, x value, right? So I just mark like this. For the 0 second, it's at 2 meter. So y is going to be in meters and x is going to be in seconds. For the first second, it becomes 4. Second it becomes 6. Third second, it becomes 8. Fourth second, 10. Fifth second, 12. Right? That means whenever you can start calculating the time, the object is 2 meters away from the initial point. You are calculating from this place. Let's say that you are the calculator, you are the person who is calculating the motion. You are at the initial point and the object is somewhere 2 meters away. So at 0 second, it's at 2 meters. When it becomes 1 second, you are looking after your watch. When it becomes 1 second, it has moved another 2 meters. Right? It has become 4. 2 second, it has become 6. 8, it has, sorry, 3 second, 8. So it's what is happening. So you are just here and looking after the object, it's moving fast, right? It's moving. Fine. Now you need to draw a VT graph for it. So the ST graph for it. We draw a ST graph. We draw an ST graph. The time taken is going to be here. Time taken is going to be here. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds. And the meters are going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. So the first second, sorry, for the 0 second 2, the coordinate is going to be 0, 2, and here it's going to be 1, 4, x value and y value, and here it's going to be 2, 6, here it's going to be 3, 8, here it's going to be 4, 10, and here it's going to be 5, 12. Right? So when you sketch it, 0, the 2 second, whenever it is 1, 4 second, 2, 6 seconds, 3, 8 seconds, 4, 10 seconds, 5, 12 seconds. If you sketch it throughout a line, you mark it throughout a line, there is going to be like this. So this is the ST graph of this given motion. Draw it. Right. Yeah, sure, that should be negative. Yes, better to mention the equation. Right, fine. Okay, please. Yes, if you didn't get the, if you didn't get the password username yet, please contact the given number. Given number. Yes, from tomorrow I share the link to that LMS, right? Share the link through LMS and I will deactivate the WhatsApp. So please make sure to activate with the given number, right? If you have any issues, just contact that number. Also, you can join our theory classes. If you like to join our theory classes, there will be registered. Grade 10 science, grade 11 science. Just proceed, and the admin will contact you to make you register, right? So if you have any issues, please let me know. Here, tomorrow we will be going for ST and BT. So please refer the grade 9 graph mathematics, right? Grade 9 graph mathematics. Finding the gradient and there are several increasing gradient, decreasing gradient, positive gradient, negative gradient. Please refer it and then we will match it to the motion, right? At the end of this session, you should be capable to match any motion, right? Don't believe in that people saying that there are 12 types of VT graph, 12 type of ST graph. That's utter wrong, right? You can draw VT ST graph for any motion, anything. Even if a pen falls, even a rocket launches, you can draw a VT graph, ST-VT graph. So ST-VT graph is there all over. In anything, if you take something, you can draw that. So that's why we call it physics. In case of physics, what we study the science of physical environment. In physical environment, we say, this is what happening. Even there are a lot of science in the grade 10. Whenever you open a door, you use a what? You use a turning effect of force. You make a rotation. Can make the rotation. How you can push the door easily. How you can. So there are several. Physics is the study of physical science, physical environment. So better get the exact idea of it, right? So that's it. So please make sure to submit the previous assignment. Here's the make the assignment into PDF. If your assignment is for 4 pages, don't upload it to 4 times, right? Better make it a PDF and upload. That is easy, right? So if you have anything, please let me inform. So we'll end the session and check the YouTube channel for the recordings. Yesterday's recording was there. Okay, if you have any issues, please let me inform. Bye. Yes, Mehtab.